Well, hi guys. It's me again, Adrian, and I decided I'd upload another video on showing you more Sonic hacks that don't play properly, because I found a shitload more that don't work, and so I thought I'll make another one. You know, so here it is. So yeah, we're looking at Sonic hacks again on the Mega EverDrive flash cartridge, running on a real SEGA Mega Drive Genesis console. So I'm not using emulation here. As you can see, this is my list of games. I've changed it a bit since last time. I've now included one that just has music videos. There's only 2 in there at the moment, but maybe I'll find more. And yeah, first of all, I want to say this. This is the main Sonic the Hedgehog file storage, where I keep all the Sonic games that work. Okay, it's called Sonic the Hedgehog ROMs, as you can see on the screen there. Now, I want to say this to all the authors of all the ROM hacks out there. Pay close attention if you're watching this screen right now, because if your hack is listed here, that means you can give yourself a pat on the back, because your hack works perfectly. Okay, aside from the original SEGA games here, we've got Sonic Mildness. Whoever it was that did that, give yourself a pat on the back. Nico, who did Sonic Nico, give yourself a pat on the back. Sonic the Hedgehog, The Lost Worlds, that's flawless, that works perfectly. The S Factor, that works perfectly. Aquaslash and his team, give yourself a pat on the back. All these work as far as I know, because I've tested them. Sonic Classic Heroes, as I showed in the last video, that does have a little bug in it. It can prove fatal in Scrap Brain Zone Act 3 when you can't seem to jump off the button that opens the door. But I just remembered that I didn't explain in the last video that there's another route you can take in Scrap Brain Zone Act 3 where you don't have to go the long way, so you can bypass that section completely. So you don't actually need Tails with you, but if you are planning on going the long route like I showed in the video, you will need Tails with you to swim out of danger. So I still included it here. And Tails in Sonic 1, I didn't mention this in the last video, but this is version 5 here. I originally had a hell of a time trying to find a working version of Tails in Sonic 1, because the most recent version, the most recent ROM of Tails in Sonic 1, the newest one, it played perfectly. They all played perfectly, but they all have the music, the audio is all screwed up. Like, it sounds completely weird. It sounds like garbage. It sounds like someone taking a shit on a toilet. I mean, so, but I found one that worked, and it was one of the older versions. I think it's version 5, as it says there. I think that's the one where Puto first started to take over the project from Marky Jester. And that one seems to have perfect music. Everything seems to be working properly in that one, and I've played it from start to finish, so I couldn't find any errors or illegal instruction or the game crashing or anything like that, so that's fine. And I also want to point out, I haven't forgotten you, buddy, Metal Sonic Hyperdrive. This is one of the greatest Sonic hacks there is out there, and this was done by Lone Devil. Lone Devil, like I said on the last video, give yourself a pat on the back. Your hack, it fucking works flawlessly. It's bug free. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's one of the best hacks out there. So, you know, guys, these are the hacks you want to play, because these ones work on real hardware. Sonic 2 Delta, I've played that through with my partner, and that one works perfectly. It has slow music, but you know, aside from that, it's perfect. Sonic 1 Mr.Moonshining edition, I played that one through the other day. That one works. There's no crashing or freezing or address errors, illegal instruction, none of that shit in that one. That one's perfect. Same with Sonic 1 Dynamite Slash Edition. That one's perfect. And it's come to my attention that Sonic 1 Dynamite Slash Edition and Sonic 1 Mr.Moonshining Edition are very, very similar to each other. They're not exactly the same. For instance, I found out of the two, the Dynamite Slash Edition is the newer one, and it's also the better one. It's got more changes done to it. For instance, Mr.Moonshining Edition has special stages are not changed. It's the regular Sonic 1 special stages, right? But in Sonic 1 Dynamite Slash Edition, you get completely different, modified Sonic 1 floating maze special stages. You know, so that's good. And some of the zones use different colour palettes to what they do in Mr.Moonshining Edition. And some of the music tracks are different songs are ported over and things like that. So yeah, Sonic 2 Pink Edition, that is perfect hack. That's with Amy Rose and Cream the Rabbit. It's perfect. Perfect, I've played it. So these ones are all the ones that work. Bug free. So yeah, I mean Sonic Classic Heroes does have a bug, but it's not one that's going to hinder your gameplay. It's not a major fatal one where it's going to crash, you know, and the picture and the audio is going to freeze. It's nothing like that. So yeah, that's the main one. Like I said in the last video, when I download hacks, they go in Sonic Hacks. It goes in that file right there, the one that's lit up. This is where all the ones that, you know, I'm still yet to play or they don't work. So, like I said before, the authors of the ROM hacks out there, the many thousands of Sonic hacks out there, if you're watching this, if your hack's in this file, this one here, Sonic Hacks, that means your ROM hack is shit, it's fatal, it doesn't work, it crashes, it's glitchy, or I simply haven't got around to testing it yet. And most of them I've tried. Look, I've got 4 pages worth of Sonic hacks. It's a lot, right? It's a fucking lot. It's a, you know, if they all fucking worked, it would be enough to keep you, you know, occupied for the next 10, 15 years. But they don't work properly. Most of them don't work properly. And before I started recording this, I went through a few of them to just make sure, and I found at least another 10 here that don't play. And they're mostly, we're looking at mostly Sonic 2 hacks today, and most of them seem to have the same issue, and I'll show you, of course. I'll start off with Sonic 2X. Where's Sonic 2X? Which page is that in? Sonic 2X. There it is on the top. Most of these games seem to have the same issue. The same sort of glitch. And I'll show you. Okay, what are we looking at? 2006, reg. Looks normal, but it ain't. Looking at Sapphire Isle zone. Okay, that zone's fine. There's nothing wrong with that one. But when I go here to the level select cheat screen, I think it's what, in the second one? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different hack. But this one's buggy. Don't get me wrong, this one's fucked up. It's not the glitch I'm thinking of. This something that definitely wasn't finished. I mean, look at this. What the fuck are we looking at? Look at this shit. What the fuck is this? Who made this? This is crap. It's unfinished. I played it before and I fell to the bottom of the screen. I couldn't get out of all this shit. See what I mean? What the fuck? I think it would play like this on an emulator. I think it's just the fact that the hack isn't finished. See? Well, he keeps falling through I don't even know what it is. It's not solid floor. Oh, look, I'm not even going to waste my time any further with it. It's shit. You can't play it. It's unfinished. Okay, the next one. Let's move right along now. Let's go to Tahaka. Now, where the fuck is that? Sometimes I have a hard time trying to find them. Tahaka. Is it in page 3? No, page 2 maybe. Where the fuck is it? Tahaka. I saw it before. I'm probably looking at it and I can't fucking see it. Sonic 2, Tahaka. Where the fuck is that one? Jesus Christ. Am I getting bad? Where is it? I can't find it. I had it here. Well, you know what? There's another way. Go here. Where is it? Where is it? I know it was here. Is it listed here? Where the fuck is it? I saw it before. I know it's here. I saw it. I played it. Okay, so maybe it's in page 3. Ah, there it is. Fuck. Right under my eyes and I couldn't see it. I knew it was there. Jesus. Too many. Same shit. Ah, okay. This is the glitch I'm going to show you. That is common in most of these Sonic 2 hacks. That no one seems to friggin' fix up. Sapphire Valley Zone. Yes, this one looks okay. This one plays. Okay. Didn't I do the level select? I thought I did it then. Come on, where the fuck is it? 1965. Hey, nothing wrong with the first level. It's later. But this is what I do. I scan every Sonic 2 hack. I scan the levels because the title cards is what fucks it up. Is it Chemical Plant? Yeah, look at that. See, it's fucked it up. Yeah, you can't see the rings. And you know what's worse? Once that happens, it fucks your whole game up. Unless you stop it and go back to the level select sheet. It won't fix itself up. So you can't see your rings. And the HUD on the top left corner and on the bottom where your lives are displayed, it's all glitchy. Yeah, I'm getting rings but I can't see them. I didn't even have to do anything. It's just hold right. Yeah. So, well, that one doesn't work. You can't play it once that happens. Let's see. Where'd my pen go? I had a pen here. Keep losing pens. Why? Cross them off as I go. Oh, there it is. I'm the bloody sitting on it. Tahaka, that's no good. What was that one that I just did? That was Tahaka, yeah. Okay, what do we got next? Sonic 2 Mega Mix. Ooh, that one's interesting. Where is that one? Huh? Can you believe this game was made by a pedophile? Fucking tweaker. That's the pedophile I'm talking about. Fucking child molester. Why? Tweaker, if you don't know who he is, he was somebody who... He was one of the administrators from Sonic Retro. I know his real name. He used to work on several of these Sonic romhacks, and he played a large part in putting Sonic Mega Mix together, the Mega CD version, the 4.0 version. But the sick fuck, he a couple of years back, I don't know if it was 2011 or 2012, he admitted to one of the other administrators from Sonic Retro that he used to molest his sister, his baby sister. He used to touch her inappropriately and play with her feet. Oh, look, I'm not even going to continue talking about it. It's disgusting. And they wanted nothing to do with him, of course. I think he even got arrested, or he got charged for assault or something. And so they asked him to leave Sonic Retro, and that was it. He was never heard from again. And then after the scandal died down, he I think the head administrator from Sonic Retro actually asked him if he wanted to come back, but he declined. He didn't want to come back, something like that. But it bugs me, because why would you want a sick fuck to come back? Why is Sonic the Hedgehog always affiliated with pedophiles? I mean, first we had Michael Jackson. Okay, he was an alleged pedophile. Wasn't proven. And then we have, 15, 20 years later, we have a real one that also tweaks the music of Sonic games. Fuck. Why would you want him to come back? His work, really, in all honesty, his work should be erased from Sonic Retro, because it's tainted, sort of, you know? Like, okay, maybe not all his work, but that might be going a little too far, but there's a hack that they made of him called Dustin Wyatt's Epic Adventure. Now, that should be taken down. That shouldn't still be there, you know, because that's his real name, Dustin. He's a pedophile. Anyway, this is Sonic 2 Mega Mix. That's the glitch we're looking at. I think it might be Labyrinth Zone. Yeah, look, same thing from the last game, same thing, see? The title card screwed the graphics up. Aside from that, this looks really empty anyway. And like I said before, once that happens, that glitch happens, it stays like this for the rest of the game, because I've played further levels and it just stays like that. Look how broken this is. Fucking shit. Well, that doesn't work. We'll cross that one off the list. Tweaker my ass. Piss him off. We don't need child molesters and pedophiles making Sonic ROM hacks. What's next? Sonic 2 Omega. Now, did I pass that before? Sonic 2 Omega. I saw it before. There it is. This one's got, I think it's got the same thing, or it's even worse. Well, it's just a red screen. Look at that. That one doesn't even play. I think this happens on emulators as well. Sonic 2 Omega. Well, it was that Mega. It didn't even friggin' play. It didn't even load. I can try it again just to be sure. No, doesn't want to work. No. Mega Drive said no. Mega Drive said no. I'm not playing that fit. Right. what's next then? Sonic 2 Ultima. Okay. They don't work, guys. First thing I always do, try and get the level select sheet. It was a shame this one didn't work because this one looked really good. I mean, not only is they've all got different palettes, but most of the levels have different layouts. So that's what the main thing you want. You want different layouts. But the bug isn't on that level. It's never on the first level. Where was it? I think it's Hidden Palace. It's Hidden Palace. Same thing. See, the title card fucks the graphics up. And it stays like this. See, unless you want a glitchy gameplay, it's no good. And it's not because it was originally a cut level from Sonic 2. I mean, like you saw before, the other levels, the ordinary ones that did that, you know. Alright, cross that one off. Seriously, you authors, you ROM hackers out there, you need to fix these. You need to spend more time hunting for these bugs. This title card, Sonic 2 title card bug, you've got to fix it. It affects nearly all of them. Okay, let's move to the next one. Project Shadow. Where's that? I saw that before. There it is. This one has the same bug, of course, the title card glitch. They're fatal, these Sonic 2 title card glitches. Look. Okay, I'm getting rings, but I can't see them. I don't know if this glitch happens on emulators. I'm guessing it doesn't, because I've seen Razer Zenon. I've seen them play these hacks, and they seem to work perfectly. And I know they don't use real hardware. Not many people would, of course, because unless you're willing to fork out a lot of money to buy a Mega EverDrive cartridge, you're not going to be able to test these out on real hardware. So I guess in a way I got an advantage over most other people. No, look, I'm not going to waste my time with it any further. It doesn't work. That's a no-no. Let's see, what's next? Sonic 1 special version. Actually, we'll try yeah, Sonic 2Z. Yeah. This one plays perfectly up until somewhere close to the end. This was a hack made by Mystic. I remember his name. In 2001, yeah, it says it there. This one doesn't have the level select sheet in it. It's a harder version of Sonic 2. It's got the levels have different color palettes and different level layouts. Like for instance, the first one is very hard from the get-go. I mean, this is hard. But what I don't like about it is he's cut certain levels out of the game. For instance, you get the first 4 levels, they're all modified completely. You know, Emerald Hill, we'll just call it Emerald Hill to Casino Night Zone. Then there's no Hilltop Zone, it goes straight to a Mystic Zone hack. And then after that, it jumps all the way forward to Metropolis Zone. But with Metropolis Zone here, this is the only one that doesn't have any different level layouts. It's just this regular old Metropolis Zone. And the problem happens after Act 1 here. Fuck. after Act 1 of this Rusty Tower Zone, aka Metropolis, it just freezes, it crashes. Like I showed in my first video in the Sonic 2 long version, where Genocide City, it wouldn't load, it just got stuck on the title. It seems to, most of these errors seem to, Sonic 2 glitches seem to, they seem to be caused by the title cards at the beginning. Either they crash or it glitches, like I've shown you in just about every hack so far. It doesn't ordinarily play the Emerald Hill music on it. That's because I loaded from Emerald Hill. And sometimes with certain games it stuffs the music up. If I jumped on an invincibility item box and then if I let the time run out on that, you'd hear the Metropolis music start. So here we go, for instance, perfect example. As soon as this music finishes, the music go back to normal. You'll hear the Metropolis music, the regular music that you'd hear on this level. I noticed with a lot of Sonic 2 hacks, while I'm getting to the end, I'll just explain. I've noticed with a lot of Sonic 2 hacks, when the music's unchanged, it's optimized. Like this, see? It's normal. It's not slow. But when they start putting up other music to Sonic 2 hacks, that's when it remains unoptimized. And I'll get into that a little later, about the Power 50 Hertz thing again. Excuse me. But yeah, I noticed that when they don't change the music, it's normal. But when they change it, the music's slow. 17% slower tempos. Now this is where the fatal crash happens, the glitch. It won't move. There we go. Well, this is a fun game, isn't it? So you play all the way up to this level, which would be the 6th zone in this hack, because he's cut Hilltop Zone, Oil Ocean. I don't know if there was anything finished after this, because it doesn't play beyond this point. See, it's no good. Whoever Mystic was, he never came back and finished it, because that was the latest version. These older ones don't even play. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry I went quiet there for half a minute. It's only because that noise you heard, that was the camera. My camera that I'm recording my voice with, it's saying, it said that the memory was full, so I had to free up some space. But anyway, it's fixed now, so I'm not quite finished the video yet. But anyway, as I was saying, where was I? Sonic 2Z, yeah, none of these older versions play. I can show you, I think it just goes red again. Yeah, see? Mega Drive refuses to play it because it's shit. That doesn't play, so we'll cross that one off. Yeah, I already did cross it off. Okay, Sonic 1 special version. This was the latest one that I downloaded, as you can see. It's the last one. I started to get excited about this one because it looked like it was working. I love the way that it does that. The original Mega Drive logo, the original Japanese Mega Drive logo. Oh no, slow music again. You should be able to press start and bypass all this. has a level select. Okay, I think it's a special stage. The glitch is actually in a special stage in this one. Where as soon as I exit the special stage and goes to the, you know, the screen where it tallies up your points, it crashes, it freezes. Ugh, see, just like Sonic Rocket and several of the others that I showed in the last video, it does that. See, it just crashed, it froze. So I can't play it. So these games don't play on real hardware, guys. Don't know about emulators. I know some of them don't play on certain emulators. Like I know Kega Fusion, that one is a very good emulator, but that one, I think that one would struggle the most to play a lot of these ROM hacks. Whereas Gens and a lot of the other older emulators would play more of them. Because Fusion is a good emulator. It's actually better than Gens. It's more efficient and things like that. It's a better emulator anyway. So okay, that one doesn't work. Ooh, what's next? Sonic 1 Revelation. That's an old one. Is this the one that's got Silver the Hedgehog? I'm not sure. I was playing one the other day, just for 5 minutes. It had Silver the Hedgehog in it. Yeah, it's this one. Look. There's something wrong with this game. It's the one that starts off with a Starlight Zone looking level. There must be this one. Yeah. That's right. As soon as you jump on something, like Sonic Autumn that I showed in my last video, the one that, you know, 80% of hacks don't play. Sonic Autumn, well this one's got the same glitch as that one, where as soon as you jump on an item box, it says address error. See what I mean? I went to get hit. You can fix it. You just press C. But who's gonna put up with this each and every time you go to jump on an item box or go to kill something? That's no. I can't stand it. Sorry, that one's a miss. Some are hits, some are misses. That one's a miss. So, what was that one called? No, that one's not even on my list here. But that one doesn't work. Revelation, that's fucked. What have we got left? Mobius Evolution. Ooh, that one would have been good if it would have played. Where is that? I saw that one. I'm gonna need glasses soon. They're so hard to find. Mobius Evolution, is it one that's in yellow? Yes, it is. There's two versions here. Now, the funny thing about this hack is the older one there, the top one, version 1.0, that one actually, I haven't played through the game completely, only the first level, but it seems to play, I got a feeling it's going to play perfectly. But this one, the newest one, is the one that's buggy. And it's a shame because the newer one's the better one. For the first and only time so far, you get the opportunity to play as, what was it, Blaze the Cat? Yeah. And the bug on this game happens in the first level here. If I just keep playing a little bit, you'll see what I'm talking about. And look how beautiful this looks. You can see it's a massive improvement over the first release. The first one had the hang gliders, and I think the zone was called Golden Grass Zone, Grassland or something. It was the same background, but it was all gold and yellow and shit. Oh fuck! How do I get up there? Oh Jesus! There you go. See? No, see that the second time it happened, it just crashed the game. See, I keep pressing C, like I showed in the last video with Sonic 1, the blue blow. You won't get your game back. See? And that hack hasn't been out long. That's a new one. That hasn't come out just recently. And the author of that hack said that he wasn't going to bring out another one, and then he did. He said he fixed some bugs. Yeah, my ass, he fixed some bugs. Yeah, right. Didn't fix anything in that one. Oh, right. So we'll cross that one off my little list I got here on my pad of paper. Okay, so that's actually just about all of them that I've tried on my list. So why are they riddled with bugs that have to hinder your gameplay? You know, you don't mind the little bugs, the ones that, you know, sometimes occasionally you might get stuck in a wall or something, but not these ones where, you know, you can't play, you can't progress any further. I mean, Sonic 1 Brother Trouble plays, but the problem with that hack is it wasn't finished. You know, Marky Jester never finished it. I mean, the very first release doesn't even load on this. It's just a black screen. It won't even come up red. And I can't press the reset button on the Mega Drive. That doesn't reset back to the list. So I've literally got to turn it off like that and put it on again. But the second release and the last release, they do play. Like I said, he didn't finish the game. I mean, you can virtually only play the first level, the Emerald Hill one. Yeah, the only good thing about this hack is when you go to sound preference, you go to volume control. I love doing this. I love screwing with the sound channels. Oh, listen to that. Rock and roll. You can even take the drums out if you want. Take the cymbals away. You can take the bass guitar away. Yeah, well, anyway, that's the only good thing I like about that game. Is it's not, you can't play any of the other levels, they weren't finished. It's literally, I don't know if you've seen on other people that have uploaded playthroughs of the game where the second zone, Cathedral Zone, he just runs straight from the left to the right, and that's all it is. It wasn't finished. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stop the video very shortly. You know, I could show more, guys, but it's literally just going to be the same thing. They don't play. You know, I've got 4 pages, and just about every single one of these doesn't play. I think I showed Sonic 2 SMTP on the last video. Bubsy in Sonic 2 is just, I think it's a stupid hack, because it would have been good if they would have just ported him over without his physics from Bubsy Claws Encounters of the Third Kind, but they had to include his physics, and you know how he was really what's the word, vulnerable in his own video game, where, you know, if you ran too fast you'd lose a life, or you couldn't touch water, or he'd drown, or a friggin' gush of wind would kill him, you know. Well, it's the same thing happens here. I don't know how Razor Zenon managed to play this. Look at this shit, I had rings! Crap. Utter crap. Okay, let's go to... Why don't I show one or two that actually does work? Okay, the S Factor. Now, this one works. Not only does it work, guys, it's optimized for 50 Hertz. You can tell straight away. Music ain't slow. Now, the last thing I want to mention in this video, guys, is it's about the audio. What I wanted to say was, I noticed that a lot of, I've got to turn it down because I can't concentrate. I noticed that a lot of Sonic 1 hacks, the music isn't optimized, the audio is not optimized for 50 Hertz in the way that it should be. Now, as far as I'm concerned, unless they leave it with the original Sonic 1 OST, it's too slow. Only the original Sonic 1 soundtrack is okay to be left unoptimized in 50 Hertz. You know, like what you just heard in Brother Trouble, you know, when I started playing the credits, the medley. That sounds okay to me, because that's from the original game. That's how SEGA released it in Power Regions and here. So, but when I hear other music ported over to Sonic 1, that's when, you know, it clicks. That's when I think, no, it shouldn't sound like that, because it wasn't like that in the original games that were released. So, you know, but here, this one's optimized. This is a Sonic 1 hack. It's not a Sonic 2 hack. It's a Sonic 1 hack. And they've done a great job on it, on optimizing the audio. Now, I've spoken to different people over the years and different sources of information where they've said that, you know, Sonic 1's sound engine can't be optimized in 50 Hertz. What's it called? It's called the 68K. It can't be. It's the original Sonic the Hedgehog sound driver. That can't be. They reckon it can't be optimized for 50 Hertz. So that's why it's always slow in 50 Hertz. It's always 17% slower tempos. But then they've said that the Z80 clone sound driver, the one that Sonic 2 uses, that one can be optimized for 50 Hertz. Well, obviously Sonic 2 is optimized for 50 Hertz. So my way of thinking is, why don't these ROM hackers, why can't you guys use the Z80 for Sonic 1? You know, why can't you port that over? It can use the exact same percussion sounds that Sonic 1 uses. The same synths, everything's the same. And it's actually better because you have more sounds, you know? Like, I always love for example, I always love Sonic 2's soundtrack more than Sonic 1 soundtrack, because I like the drums that are used in Sonic 2. Yes, it's the same bass drum, same snare drum, the same timpani toms, but they added small toms. I love those small toms. You know, the ones you hear at the beginning of Emerald Hill, and you hear them in Aquatic Ruin? I love them. You never hear them in Sonic 1 hacks, because, you know, years ago I used to think, oh, you know, they just never use them, but the truth be known, they weren't in Sonic 1's percussion set. Though it sounds exactly the same, it's not there. It's only in the Z80 Sonic 2 sound engine. So, well, I'm just saying, it'd be nice to hear those drums in Sonic 1. But, you know, the only way it would happen is if you guys, you know, start using the Z80, Z80, whatever. Start using that sound driver, you know. This is 2015, you know. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but it's not 1991 anymore. It shouldn't be slow. You know, these hacks shouldn't have slow music anymore. I know it can be done. You can't tell me it can't be done. You can optimize Sonic 1's music. Because some Sonic 1 hacks use Sonic 3 and Knuckles music and also Sonic 3D Blast music. And that music is always optimized when it's ported over to Sonic 1 because it's a simple straight port. As you may or may not know, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3D Flicky's Island, they all use the Z80 sound driver. The same one that Sonic 2 uses. I know this. I'm not even a ROM hacker and I know all this. So, yeah. So it can be done. I think it's time you guys started using the Z80 clone sound driver for Sonic 1 hacks. If it's true, what you say is that you can't optimize Sonic 1's soundtrack for 50 Hz. But you know what? If you can't even do that, there is another way to work around it. And it's another reason why I've put the S factor on. I'll show you here. See, this sounds perfectly normal. Let's jump forward. This game has a tempo control. And this is what I think you guys should start doing. Those of you who hack ROMs of Sonic, you know, the authors of these games, this is what you should start doing. Put tempo controls in the sound test. So people like dinosaurs like me who are stuck playing these games in 50 Hz, we can set the tempo to, you know, to how it would sound in 60 Hz. And then we could play it exactly the same. You know, like when Sonic jumps on the running shoe power sneaker item box, you know, the music speeds up to 60 Hz, sometimes even a little bit faster. Look at this. So, tempo, I can speed it up. If I keep pressing C, it goes faster. You can slow it down. See? So then we've got to pitch up this one. Well, you don't need to pitch up. The pitch isn't the problem. It's just the tempo. But see, they've done this in the sound test. So I think this is only in the sound test you can do this. I'm not sure if you can play it like this. But if you guys can input something like this in the sound test of all the Sonic 1 hacks, even Sonic 2 hacks, because some Sonic 2 hacks are not optimized, you know, the problem would be solved. You can do it, but you don't want to do it because you assume everyone's going to play your hacks in 60 Hz. And to a greater extent, yes, most of us do play them in 60 Hz, but you know, emulators are there to cater for not only 60 Hz but 50 Hz. The world, everybody. 50 Hz should sound exactly like 60 Hz. This is 2015, guys. It has to sound the same. You've got to put a little bit more care into your hacks, I think. So that's all I wanted to say. That was just a test of what I'm talking about, you know, but you can do it. Just so happens that one's already optimized, so it doesn't need it. Metal Sonic Hyperdrive. This game works perfectly. You know, but it's just the music's slow, but for some songs anyway. But that's that's not a bug or a glitch or anything. Like I said, that's just the refresh rate. Funny how this song seems to be in a lot of these Sonic hacks. And it's one of my favourite songs too. It's from the Hybrid front. Moon and Mars, what's it called? Is it Sakurabi or Sukurabi Fight 2? Something like that. It's not supposed to sound this slow, but some of these, most of the songs don't annoy me, hearing them in 50 Hertz, but there's one that really bugs me, and I think it's this one. See, this one's from Shinobi 3, Solitary, but it's slow. But hey, it's a great hack. It's one of the best ones, this one. It really is. I can still tell a lot of care and effort was put into this, considering it was a single project too. You've done a really good job, Lone Devil. Honest to God, you get no criticism from me. You've done a really good job. That's something I really like. What's in it? A 20 ring item box. There only seems to be one in each act. Well, anyway, I'm going to stop the video here, guys, because I'm just going to start rambling and going on and on. So, yeah, as you can see, there's more that don't play. I think a little bit more care and effort needs to be put into these ROM hacks. It's clear that it's not just Sonic 1 ROM hacks that don't play, it's the Sonic 2 ones as well. With Sonic 2, it seems to be the title cards that stuff up. You know, it seems to stuff up the games, mostly. And with the Sonic 1 hacks, if it's not an illegal instruction address error crash, it's just an ordinary crash, like what you saw in Sonic 1 Special version. So, yeah. And the only thing I'll say before I stop the video is not just related to Sonic, but the actual Mega EverDrive flash cartridge that I'm using right now. There's only two games that I've come across, two actual games that don't actually play. And they're officially licensed SEGA games. Master System ROMs, it's here. SEGA Chess, right? This one doesn't seem to load for some reason. It flashes like you just saw. Now normally you'd see, the screen would open up and you'd see a knight on a horse with a SEGA flag, but that's how it would start, but it doesn't seem to load on this. And World Grand Prix, this one does play, but something glitchy in the controls here, where you go to accelerate and the car automatically moves to the right, and you can't stop it. See, I can't. As soon as I hit C, the accelerator, the car rolls to the right. And you can't play it like this. As soon as I take my finger off the acceleration, it goes back in the middle, or tries to. But I can't, you know, and I tested this with an authentic Master System controller as well, and it still does the same thing. So it's not that. I've even tried disconnecting the Mega CD attachment, and still doesn't work. But that's the only two that are a little bit buggy. Well, of course, chess doesn't even play at all. At least Grand Prix starts, but the controller's, you know, wonky. It's not right there. But all the rest are fine. And you know, all the Mega Drive Genesis games, they play perfectly. Like I mentioned in the last video, only Golden Axe 2 is the only culprit. You can't seem to reset the 6-button controller problem at the start, you know, as that game doesn't play properly with a 6-button controller, only a 3-button controller. If I plug a 3-button controller in right now, Golden Axe 2 will work. Where is Golden Axe 2 anyway? There it is. Yeah, it would work, but it doesn't. It will work with a 3-button controller, but you can't reset it with a 6-button controller on the EverDrive cartridge. I don't know why, but aside from that, everything works fine. So that's it, guys. I've got to stop the video. Oh, this one's longer than the last one. I hope you enjoyed it. Just be wary, guys. Don't get your hopes up. I'm going to say this to all the ROM hackers out there. Test your freaking games with an EverDrive cartridge. Please, spend the money. Get one. Test it on your Genesis. It's worth it. Don't test them on emulators, because emulators lie and cheat through their teeth. You've got to test it on the real fucking thing. And to all of you SEGA fans out there, if you're like me, you're interested in these type of games, just be careful. Don't get your hopes up too much, because not all these Sonic hacks are going to play. Like I said, there's more that don't play than what there is that do play. You know, these are only the ones I've tested, the ones here. These are the ones that do play. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I shed some more light on this issue. And yeah, so have a good day. And I'll catch you later. See ya.